Man, I got some stuff on my mind, man. Got some stuff on my mind. Them glasses on. I was like, man, I look just like my son Ivan when he had his glasses on. Too stinking cute. uh, thinking about some things. The things I did. I mean, I brought it up before, but maybe for the newcomers who haven't heard it, it's just, I know it's the middle of the night and I'm needing a vent. It's like driving me crazy. Uh, the love I have for my children. This experience that I went through, like, certain people don't know that I was able. No, God seen some shit that triggered the fuck out of me. Like, there's this girl, young lady, asking my twin sister for help. How does it go? Well, I gotta enter my passcode. Click.
And then it
She said, CPS just came and got my kids and now they framing me for a hit and run. Oh, what I know what it's like to be framed. Now, Candy's response is, I'm so sorry that those evil assholes did that. I hope you're able to get your kids back. But I'm the one that got fucked up intentions toward her. I'm the one that got fucked up intentions toward her. She hopes that a stranger that doesn't even know the situation that happened with the stranger, she hopes that this person gets her kids back. Now, she could be very well being framed because people be trying to frame people, right? But she did everything. Her and my other siblings didn't want me to have my kids. And you can see that through her videos. So the only way I get them back is if I go to a therapist and get meds. Yeah, that's what they did to me. I was court ordered to take medication. Being a TI means no life, so they don't plan on giving them back. They just want me on meds so they can say I'm crazy so people won't believe that I'm being harassed and gang stalked. Candy said, I believed you. They're so wicked. I was abused in foster care and put in a cult. I hope this website is helpful for you. Now, what the fuck does that have to do with what she just said? So she put some links to help her with fighting CPS. The girl says, can I give you my number? I just want one real person like to talk to before anything happens, please. You just said something did happen. That they took the kids. But number one, how she gonna ask Candy for advice if Candy don't have any kids? The girl don't know me. She seemed like a new chick, kind of new chick, but Candy ain't got no kids. So how Candy gonna get that girl advice? You can't even try to help me. Candy was one of the ones that I hope you never get your kids back. You never gonna get your kids back. Da 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 da. Among others. Now, I went through this situation. I did what they told me to do. They played mind games where they told me to do this and said, nah, I didn't tell you to do that. It was a warfare. But guess what? I was able to get my babies back. Yeah, they did play a trick on me. Because by the time I got them back, I was too fucking burnt out. My kids was like all over the place. Like Candy said, you couldn't even control your own kids. No, I was not able to control my own kids. Okay, sue me. I wasn't able to control them. But we don't know how her kids are. She probably is able to control her kids or whatnot. I don't know. But then another thing, she said something about somebody tampered with her brakes on her car and made her something, or made her crash into somebody else and trying to fuck her up or something to do. Like, how does wrecking a car got to do with like that? Low key don't make sense. But if it comes to wanting to get your kids back, I would be the one to talk to. If you feel like you've been set up, I was able to get out of my situation. She probably is able to control and handle her kids. But yeah, I did comply and take my medication. I was court ordered. Once you get to that point where you're court ordered to take your kids, if you want your kids back, you have no choice. And to be honest with you, you have no choice anyway once you're in that situation. Because you're subpoenaed to go to court. And if you don't go to court, you're going to jail. Man. But she on the internet telling people I don't love my kids. Or I mistreated my kids. You know, I got so depressed. I was doing stuff I don't normally do. Drinking every day. Smoking every day. Overdosing on psych meds every day. Prescription. And then buying prescription psych meds off the streets. I told that before. And it wound up fucking my head up mentally. Started doing some stuff to me. And so, I had to wind up having this meeting with this lady. I was like, uh-oh. And I was in an abusive relationship at the time. Having to sneak off and sleep in abandoned houses and shit. Dealing with the state people lying and saying that I wouldn't open the gate. I wouldn't answer the phone. I wouldn't answer the door. Going to court telling the judge this shit. And I almost did like this, and the bailiff was like, chill back. You're winning. Like, he winking, he like, you winning. Just chill. Every time they said some shit, and I'm like, you a mother. The lawyer got to stomp my foot, Like, chill. You got this. Just breathe. You a motherfucker. Like, I do not like being lied on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I did the best that I could. They calling me on the phone saying, you might as well just give it up. I'm going to make sure you never get your kids back. You know, they calling me canceling visits, telling they got something they got to do with the people that got to do the supervised visits. Because that's a whole nother situation. But they low-key affiliated with them, the caseworkers too. Calling me saying they got something to handle with their daughter. Or they got to take their daughter somewhere to go do blah, blah, blah. Called me and said can we cancel the visit? You don't mind, do you? And then the caseworker calling me, jumping on me saying, did you cancel the visit? Why did you cancel it? I'm like, I didn't cancel no goddamn visit. She canceled the visit and said that she did blah, blah, blah. And the lady was like, didn't even tell me I was on three-way. The lady's like, did you cancel the visit? The lady's like, no. Like, bitch, you a motherfucker. I went clean the fuck off. And he's like, I'm going to tell the court that you canceled the visit. You're not seeing your kids again. They like trying to tell me how to dress, what to wear. You wear this again, I'm going to make sure you never see your kids again. You be with so-and-so, I'm going to make sure, we're going to be all up in your business. Da, 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 da. Like going all through my house, searching. Like, I'm like, you don't have no warrant? You don't have no search warrant to be going through all through my shit? All through my shit. All through my house. Read every damn note. Journals. All my shit. Drawers. Underwear. All my shit. That lady told me. And it wasn't like in the beginning no shit like that when they got involved. Like I said, I already told like in the past how the whole shit was a setup. But how they got taken away in the first place. They got taken away. And it had to do with my brother. He admitted it even when he was here. Because I felt like my life was taken. You better not tell nobody that. It's going to make you look stupid. I said, oh, bitch, I'm going to tell the world. And he going to tell China something. You want to frame somebody? I'm going to show you how to frame somebody. When China caught him trying to go through my vape stuff over there, when I told him, I said, my vape stuff, don't touch my shit. It's off limits. Because he said that, wow, you know how much money you can make selling this shit? Like, boy, don't you touch my shit. So one day I was asleep. So he went cussing China out, calling her all types of bitches and hoes. Talking about, you want to frame somebody? I'll show you how to frame somebody. And China told me he said that shit. I was like, oh, really? I'm like, he really, really drilling it, that he set me up. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Then he admitted that one thing him and our mama got in common, they some damn good manipulators. I'm like, you really keep drilling this in. You know what I'm saying? Like, really keep triggering me, The judge said he never had nobody as loyal. I don't give a fuck what Candy say on the internet. The judge said he never had nobody as loyal and as honest as me in his courtroom. And that I did everything that I was supposed to do on my case plan. Which was unnecessary. I shouldn't have had to fucking go through all that. Not only did I have to deal with, trying to get my kids back, but I still was trying to deal with the grief of my husband abandoning me and the children the way he did. Back to back, back to back. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get them back. By the time I got them back, they like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. And I'm sitting there trying to process the shit. My neighbors was like, They just kids. I'm like, no, they saying what how they feel. Like, they might be kids, but they saying how they feel right now. Look at them. They trying to leave out the door. You know what I'm saying? They tearing up the doggone house. Like, and I'm like, they got me on this heavy medication. Got me doped up. I'm falling asleep in the caseworker's lap. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this, and I'm around people that all they trying to do is get me high. All they want to do is get me high. And you know what I'm saying? No, not today, not today. They want me to they want to get me high, cause they assuming that the only way I'm gonna buy them weed, is if I smoke it. You know how people do, like, the same way how my little cousin got me into smoking cigarettes. He was like, if like, trying to get me to smoke just because he figured I wasn't gonna just buy him something. He was trying to convince me that it was something I wanted to, type shit. And I'm like on that medication and shit. And like I said, I had this meeting with this lady. And this lady was like, if you don't stop smoking that weed, it will turn you schizophrenic. And you will stay. You see how you is now? And I'm sitting there like, and she like, you see how you is now? You gonna stay like that. You'll never see your kids again. And I went, So after me and her had that meeting, and she's like, you want your kids back? Do what you gotta do. I went and marched out of there. I went home. I seen my abusive partner that was abusing me, which was Toya. And I fucking, because she had a thing where she had me on lock to where she was trying to set me up to get killed. She kept saying, you can't leave. I have a special surprise for you. Or so-and-so, I got a special surprise for you. Like she's like kind of telling on herself that she was trying to set me up to get killed. At the same time, trying to tell me that other people was going to kill me, but they wasn't going to directly kill me. And she was telling me they're going to do it while I'm high. That way, if they do it while I'm high, I won't remember. I won't be able to live to tell the story or some crazy shit she was saying. So, man, I fucked around and I was like, I told her I was going to go to the store. I said, you want something from the store? And I did one of my husband's numbers. I dipped, hauled my ass to the fucking psych ward, went and got treatment, left, went to a hotel. I ran out of money for a hotel, went to a homeless shelter, got me a fucking apartment, stopped smoking weed, I got my shit together. And the state people were still with their mind games and shit. And on top of that, the VA hospital kept putting me on fucked up medication. They was having me on like 5-6 medications that had me like this. And the kids just running around the fucking house. And I'm like, Raven, you can't do that, Raven. Raven, sit down. Raven, sit down. Raven, sit down. You know what I'm saying? So, everything always falls back on the mother, the single mother. And it's not fair. The father, he ain't gotta fucking help you. Just cause he the fucking daddy. Just cause he said he wanted kids and you kept saying, here's a condom. I feel like I shouldn't have to use protection with my own wife. I want another child. And he knew every time I get pregnant, the fucking money go up. All right, fine. We have another child. The child's here. That baby's beautiful. It's a part of me. It's a part of my DNA. Now, I forgot what DNA stands for, but anyway, part of my DNA. We bond together. I love that child. But you know what? I'm not built to take care of 3. I told you I'm not built to take care of 3 by myself. Why you did this to me? You can handle it. I love my children, all 3 of them. I just know my limits. I know what I'm capable of doing. And then for people to keep rubbing in my face, you're not molded to be a mother. You're not no mother. I know that. But that don't mean that I don't love them. That don't mean I tried to hurt them. That don't mean I abused and neglected them like people said. And it ain't like I never told people that this nasty, dirty, rotten motherfucker kept getting me pregnant, knowing he wasn't intending to stay for the long run. And now it turns out that all this shit's my fault, and I'm the deadbeat mom, and I'm fucked up. I know you don't hurt children, and children didn't ask to be here. Children didn't ask to be here. So they're here now. I gotta get the job done the best that I can. Do I regret having my children? Fuck no. I want them here now. But I always knew that I probably would need parenting with assistance. That's why I kept going to court telling them I need help. I need help. I'm overwhelmed. I need help. But I always thought that's what a mother and father was for. But I was always stuck on this thing where I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to be a fucking baby mama. And this dude that ran off and had a fucking another baby on me. And come to find out he had like maybe 2 or 3 other kids on me. And then got some other kid calling that baby, calling him daddy. And he left me to fend for myself with trying to help take care of the 3 kids. That I was telling them, like, can I get a little bit older, a little bit more mature? Can I get a little bit more mentally stable? Like you got me in a mentally unstable spot right now. You keep getting me pregnant back to back to back, and each time you take off and dip, and then when you take off and dip, you leave me with no toilet paper, no food. You take off with the car. Like, can I fucking heal first? And what it all turn back to? That's your fault. It always fucking falls back on the woman. Just because somebody loves somebody. But then if I say I didn't love my husband, oh, I'm a dirty bitch. I'm one of them fucking ratchet wannabe man bitches, or one of the ones that Kevin Samuels talk about, or one of the ones that Tommy Sotomayor talk about. But I fucking lost myself trying to give him my all, trying to show him my appreciation for giving me those babies. Because once I had my family, I'm like, oh, this is completion here. Oh. It was a fairy tale. But how somebody gonna get on the motherfucking internet and tell y'all how I feel about my children? That's what I want to know. When they never fix their mouth to say how they feel about my children. Not once. They never said that they bought diapers for my children. They never said that they bought baby food, diaper bags, strollers, none of that shit. Never said they love them. Never bought clothes for my children. Once my babies was here, like I said, I wanted my children, but I knew I wasn't ready to. I knew I wasn't capable of raising them by myself. I told my husband that, but he thought this whole fucking thing was a game. We literally sitting up in court, and he said, "Is anything you want to say to Mr. Starks?" I said, "Yeah. Why do you think it's? Why do you get off on running around getting women pregnant and then leaving?" He said, "Cause it's fun." They looked at me and they said, "How many times you say you was pregnant for this dude?" I was like, 5. And they just looked pitiful. Is loyalty or stupidity? Kept trying to hold my family together. Kept trying to do what I thought the right thing. And to this day, I still feel stupid about that. But I don't regret having my children at all. I just wish I could see them and talk to them. The state people told me that if I signed over my rights, just the trick part, that I'll still be able to see them and talk to them. Write them letters and send them money. Send them clothes. After about the second time of talking to them, they called me and told me they didn't think it was a good idea for me to talk to them because they said Raven cried for me for 2 days. Talking about I'm going to confuse them. I'm like, if she cried for me for 2 days, and don't you think it would be wise for me to talk to her, bitch? Then that bitch don't even work for the damn state no more. So I don't even fucking know. So yeah, it is grimy. But like that young lady, if she's in a fucked up situation, I can try to help her beat the system as best as I could. Like I said, I won my children back. It was just by the time I got them back, it was years of fighting them. And years of dealing with people trying to make sure I don't get my kids back. It wasn't just the state people. It was family. It was friends that turned enemies. It was enemies pretending to be friends. It was a bunch of people that was trying to make sure I didn't have my kids. And I'm not trying to say the word, that G word. But what that sound like?